that dying. And God, Daniel. Oh, what that dying. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Here we are not neutral. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. And my name Blakk Rasta, Ghana's #1, Africa's finest. This is my daily editorial. The voice of the Patriot. And we go straight up. The very first story we are looking at today is taken from Ghana Wherever. And it says, NPP slams government over arbitrary arrest of self-acclaimed Delta Force chairman. And I read, former member of parliament for Manchia North, Collins Owusu Amankwa, has accused the government and the Inspector General of Police of engaging in selective arrest and detention regarding political issues. Now, according to the former legislator, the government and the police administration appear to have a malicious mission meant to gag and intimidate members of the NPP. His allegations come on the heels of the arrest of one Francis Asante, alias Nana Kwesi, who in a viral video described himself as the Ashanti regional chairman of the Delta Forces Vigilante group associated with the NPP. Now, speaking to the media after a failed attempt to secure bail for the suspect, Amankwa described his inability to get the suspect from the claws of the police as politically motivated. He explained that after the suspect's caution statement had been taken by the police, a young man claiming to be an official with national security came in and said he had been ordered from above to come for him. We are calling on the government to, as a matter of urgency, put an immediate end to arbitrary arrests that are ongoing, arbitrary detention, and political intimidation and acts of bias, he said. Sometimes I wish that these were the days of Rawlings' so-called revolution, so that people like this will be taken to the Gonda barracks and be taught something small. My brother, my sister, listen to a former MP. No wonder he's a former MP. I'm sure the people of Manchia realize that this guy has no brains in his head. On a day that is celebrated as World Brain Day, some humans have no brains. They do not care about the country. They don't care about the well-being of the people. And what is his name again? A former MP. What a disgrace. This one too was able to make it into the Parliament House. Sometimes I am tempted to believe in what Kennedy Ejapong says. One time he said that the Ghana Parliament is now full of just anybody at all. Any idiot could make it to the Ghana Parliament. These are not my words, the words of Kennedy Ejapong. Sometimes I am tempted to believe in that. Of course, we have some very well-deserving individuals in there. And to them, I send all my apologies and respect. But there are some, my brother, my sister, that don't have common sense at all. They got in there via bribery and corruption. How many times have we had the Ghanaian parliament criticized? In fact, sometimes even impugned on the foundations of bribery and corruption. There was a time we were told that a certain businessman came into the Parliament House trying to bribe parliamentarians. It came into the public domain. What happened to that businessman? Because we are so unserious, that issue went nowhere. And we claim that we are a seriously democratic country. Are we crazy? What happened to that so-called businessman who we were told came in the days of Nana Akufo-Addo to bribe parliamentarians to do a certain vote to favor or otherwise Ken Ofori-Atta? So this guy here, my brother, my sister, is the former member of parliament for Manchia North, and he's called Collins Owusu-Amankwa. What a shame. My brother, a guy comes on social media and prides himself in the fact that he is the Ashanti regional chairman of a group that has been disbanded, even in the days of the NPP, because of issues, my brother, my sister, that had to do with impunity and criminality. The same criminal institution, the same kind of group, the same criminal outfit has a member coming out to say that he is the Ashanti regional member of the Delta group. My brother, my sister, and if the security forces are quick enough to pick him up for investigations, a former dishonorable comes out to say, no, these are arbitrary arrests. My brother, my sister, social media has become very toxic. If we take social media for granted, we will all end up in a pit of hell. And that is so terrible. My brother, we all saw how the so-called vigilante groups came together and freed a certain man standing trial right here in Accra. In the full glare of police, they carried this man standing trial and walked out of the courthouse because their party was in power and therefore they were ready, my brother, my sister, to destroy the laws of this country. They call themselves the invincible demons. My brother, my sister, Nana Akufo-Addo was so embarrassed in his government that he decided that no, all these vigilante groups must be disbanded, and he did it. Today, a guy prides himself in the fact that yes, vigilantism, political vigilantism is good and must come back, and that he is the Ashanti regional chairman. A banned group. Should we sit down and watch him? And now he has been arrested. You couldn't get any bail for him. Who would give such a guy bail? A guy who is almost like a terrorist, an avowed, self-confessed terrorist, should be given bail? My brother, my sister, don't let us go this tangent. Let's stop this joke. Next thing I would like to look at is this other thing that is very interesting, and it also has to do with the Ghana Parliament House. And I'm taking this from Ghana Web. It reads, minority stages walk out in Parliament over Irabena Obin swearing in. Now, the minority caucus in Parliament has staged a walkout, declaring their non-participation in the swearing-in ceremony of Irabena Obin, the newly elected member of Parliament for Blakk North. The walkout was staged moments before the swearing-in ceremony of Irabena Obin and was led by the minority chief whip, Frank Anodompre. Anodompre appealed to Speaker Alban Bagbin for an opportunity to make brief comments before parliamentary business commenced. We in the minority want to make a quick comment before the member-elect is sworn in. And I seek your indulgence to do this quickly with the greatest of respect before the member-elect is sworn in. Anodompre prayed. However, the Speaker initially declined the request, arguing that without knowing the nature of the remarks, it will be difficult to grant permission. I don't know the nature of the comments, And so it's very difficult for me to make a decision in this matter. But we want to hear what it is, and then I can take a decision. The speaker responded. Additionally, Majority Leader Mahama Ayarga concurred with the speaker's decision, stating that any concerns the minority wished to raise should have been brought to the speaker's attention in conclave and discussed privately. An approach, he emphasized, aligns with the chamber's procedural rules. We have never done this before, so Speaker, if he had either an urgent public matter or a matter of personal nature or anything, our rules are very clear. He should have drawn your attention in conclave, discussed the matter before getting an indication from you. But it will be a surprise to all of us, and I don't think that at this stage the side of the house wants to support that move. I think that we should swear her in. After we have sworn her in, then whatever comments leadership may make, you can indulge us to make it, Ayarga argued. Now, following the speaker's decision, Arnaud Dompre announced that his side will not participate in the swearing-in ceremony, prompting a walkout. He clarified, however, that their action was limited to the ceremony itself and that they will return to engage in other parliamentary business matter. I say this with a lot of difficulty, that if that is the turn of events, then we in the minority, for the record, cannot be part of the swearing-in. This one is specific to the swearing in. Other businesses we will engage in. And not Dompre said. Their departure prompted GS from the majority side, who mocked the move, calling on them not to return to the chamber altogether if they wished. I support the minority walking out. For once, my brother, my sister, the minority took a very good decision to walk out. And it has nothing to do with a Rabna Obin. It has everything to do with the election. My brother, my sister, you have a certain rerun of an election. And then there is so much violence. Violence on the opposition. My brother, my sister, I appreciate the fact that there is an ongoing investigation into the issue. But the fact that some of our members were attacked in broad daylight, we are not saying that we know who initiated the attack, even though we can guess, right? We are only saying that the fact that some of our members were attacked at this very election, we shall not participate in the swearing in of the product of the election. It makes sense. My brother, violence in all its forms must be condemned. How a Kumsin could be a demon, she could be a she-devil or a daredevil. But we have laws in this country. When we disagree, we don't do fisticuffs. We have the law courts that will deal with our grievances. If we take the law into our own hands and pounce on each other as if we were in a jungle, a replica of what happened in the Parliament House when people squeezed each other's testicles and punched each other in the stomach, my brother, my sister, it looks like we are losing it. The minority is drumming home a very important lesson. We are standing in solidarity with one of our members who we believe was unduly attacked. What did she do? She pepper sprayed people. What did she do? She slapped people. What did she do? She insulted people. Where are the laws of the country? If a man insults you, do you beat them up? If a man slaps you, do you slap the person back and start beating up the person? What do our laws say? For this, my brother, my sister, I don't want to prolong it. But what the minority did, and that's my opinion, I think that it is to put more pressure on the investigative body to be able to deal with this. I hear some of them say, when we come into power, we are going to investigate this. Bawumia says, when he comes into power. When is Bawumia coming into power? Who is still deceiving Bawumia that he can be president of this nation? Who is deceiving Bawumia? Or is he tickling himself and laughing? When is Bawumia going to be president of this nation? When is the NPP going to be in power again? Unless it is through a coup d'etat. Now the final thing I would like to look at is going to be very brief. And in about 5 minutes, it will be done. I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, Dr. Bawumia was blocked from implementing his rich ideas. And the man, Coach Opele, is the one speaking. I read. Ghanaian coach Isaac Opele Boateng has said that former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was not given the chance to execute his own plans when the new Patriotic Party was in power. According to him, the NPP flag bearer candidate for the 2024 general elections had brilliant ideas that could have helped to reduce the country's predicaments, but couldn't fulfill them. The former Asante Kotoko head coach noted that attempts by Dr. Bawumia's lead communicator, Miracles Abuaje, to defend former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's failures doesn't sit well with him. Coach Opele accepted that even though the former vice president possesses the right qualities of a leader, the communicators in his team could cost him if care is not taken. Oh, what a shame. Opele is a man that I respect so much. For that matter, I am not going to bite very hard. My brother, my sister, I would like Coach Opele to understand one thing, which I know he understands already. My brother, my sister, a man who is worth his integrity, when you are blocked from executing your full potential, what do? You walk away with your integrity. At this point, even if I don't say anything anymore, it will make a lot of meaning. Bawumia is a coward. Bawumia is a slimy coward, weak guy. He's full of alibis and excuses. I don't like people like that. So, in what leadership dictionary is Opele going to put this man to the point that he would say he has good leadership qualities? Cowardice? Lies? What kind of a leader is this cowardly? What kind of a good leader is this lying? Please, don't ruffle feathers. Don't rock the honest nest. Bawumia is history. There is no day Bawumia will be president of this country, except he rebaptizes and decides, my brother, my sister, to go deep into his ancestry and come out as a born-again human being. My brother, my sister, if a full-grown man can say that, oh, you know what? I have so many brilliant ideas for this country called Ghana. But I am being blocked in the words of Opele from executing them. What did Nana Addo say when he brought you on as vice president? I chose Bawumia to help me achieve my goal for Ghana. So at the point that you realize that you had been puppetized, at the point when you realized that you were nothing, my brother, my sister, but a robot, you had been robotized, what should you do? But because of your big stomach, you decided to sit there. You wanted to continue enjoying the bloody money associated with that government. You sat down so shamelessly and supported a dirty cathedral. You, Bawumia, should be going to jail. You are so shameless, including Nana Akufo-Addo. What do you think when you look back at 97 million American dollars that you sank in a uselessly lubricated hole? You are not even ashamed. And these people still come to us like as if we were idiots, and they talk to us about bringing them back into power. What do you take us for? If this was in the days of the revolution, all these guys would be shot one after the other, my brother, my sister, and buried in early graves. If I am wrong, tell me. How much money did Feli take before he was shot and killed? Ahmed Dome and the rest of them, my brother. Nowhere near 97 million American dollars that they sank into a useless hole. And when I talk out of anger and frustration and passion for the development of my nation, some people say, choose your words well, Blakk Rasta. The truth knows no diplomacy. Any diplomatic truth is falsehood. Write it down. Any diplomatic truth is falsehood. The truth can never be garnished. The truth can never be polished. The truth can never be euphemistic. If you don't understand that word, come again tomorrow after drinking kuchoko. The truth is not a euphemism. The truth is raw, hard, and stiff. Like an erect something every morning. Hallelujah. And somebody comes to tell me, and you know, Bawumia had such rich ideas and plans, but he was blocked. Now you are using that as an alibi. His own team now comes to support Nana Akufo-Addo and defend all his irresponsible acts. Now you are saying, it's making me think twice about that. He needs to change the communicator. Hey, Bawumia can change everything from his shoes all the way down to his glasses. In fact, Bawumia can decide to grow hair today on his bald head. He will never be president of this nation. I'm telling you that. Bawumia should even be lucky if he is voted as the flag bearer of his party. A party that is so tribalistic. A party that has no respect for other people's ideas. A party that disappointed Ghanaians so terribly to the point that members who were former presidents, and Kufuor in my mind, they are all crying that they've been sidelined. Such great people. What is the future of your party? A party that has no regard for its elderly, its predecessors, and torchbearers. Where is that party going? Please, let's speak truth to power. Let's not garnish the truth. The truth is not a euphemism. The truth is hard, rough, raw, and stiff. I leave it here.
Yabo!